Hello Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Virgo, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. So with all that being said, Virgo, let's get started. How does Virgo currently view this relationship? All right, Virgo. So we do have the Page of Swords, we do have the King of Pentacles, and then we also have the Judgment card. Virgo, I don't necessarily feel like this has anything to do with love per se. This has far more to do with what you've been up to as of lately. Just kind of looks like you've just been very focused on you, your job, your career, your business if you have one. Nothing more and nothing less. It almost kind of looks like you're not really making time or room for anything else to coexist in your life. So this could definitely imply that right now you currently find yourself single. That's definitely a possibility. If so, it just kind of looks like all you really want to do is just focus on you and your money. Nothing more, nothing less. But for those of you who do find yourself in a relationship with someone, I do see you spending far more time focusing on your career than your relationship with this person. I am definitely getting that. Maybe you found yourself spending far more time focusing on them and your relationship with them than, your goals, your growth, your expansion, your finances, your career, your business, if you have one, things of that nature. So this could have a lot to do with you just simply getting back on track with like your goals, things of that nature. But for the vast majority of you, I am definitely getting that you currently find yourself single. You may not be taking this time to like focus on love right now. If you're not taking time to focus on love right now, I kind of feel like it has a lot to do with the simple fact that, you tried, to see if you could find the perfect person for you. You tried to see if you could find somebody who's worth your time and or investment. And maybe you found yourself coming into contact with a lot of people that you felt was just wasting your time or wasn't necessarily on the same page as you were. So instead of wasting your time dating people, getting to know people, and then it eventually getting absolutely nowhere, it's like you rather spend your time focusing on you and your career. Okay, how does this person currently view this relationship with Virgo? So we do have the Three of Swords to the Four of Pentacles, and then we also have the Seven of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Six of Cups. There is somebody from your past that's still holding on to you and what they once upon a time had with you. Whoever this person is, it is definitely somebody who was a part of your life for a very long time. But it kind of looks like, unfortunately, things didn't end up working out in the end between you and this person. Now, we don't see this person, taking action in your direction or anything like that. We just see them holding on. That's all we see this person doing. Now, here's one thing that I will say. I am getting that this person is really hoping that maybe, just maybe one day, the two of you can be able to get back together, fix things with one another, repair things with one another, but they're not entirely sure if that's actually going to happen. And the reason why they feel like that's probably not going to end up happening between you and them, as far as like a reconciliation is concerned, is because it has yet to happen, causing them to feel like it may not end up happening. Yeah, it may not end up happening as far as a reconciliation between the two of you is concerned. If this person is talking to other people or dating other people, I don't see them allowing these connections they find themselves in with these other individuals to get too far. And it's primarily because, what if Virgo comes back? You know what I mean? Like, I want to make sure that I'm available for Virgo. Like, it has that type of, feel to it. How does Virgo currently feel? Oh, okay. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Seven of Cups. And then we also have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Virgo, as far as like the perfect person for you is concerned, I do feel like the perfect person for you does actually exist out there. I am getting that. But it kind of looks like the perfect person for you is going to end up finding you. I don't see you stumbling across the perfect person. I actually see this, the perfect person stumbling across you. Now, with that being said, is there a possibility that you might end up meeting the perfect person for you very soon. That's definitely a possibility because we do have a brand new person showing up within your energy field, and it's not anybody that, you know, you've ever been romantically involved with. It's not anybody that you have history with. This person comes off to me as somebody that you definitely don't know, but they also come off to me as somebody that you've never actually met before. But I am definitely getting at there will come a point in time where you will meet this person. So with that being said, now that we know how the perfect person's going to end up, you know, finding you and how you're going to end up meeting the perfect person, it is in your best interest that you just continue to focus on you and your career and allow love to essentially find you instead of looking for it. We know that that's not something that you're trying to like make time for or room for as far as like finding the perfect person for you is concerned. But if you ever get the idea, you know, to start, you know, putting yourself, you know, out there with the intentions of looking for the perfect person for you, you're probably not going to end up finding the perfect person, you know, for you. I'm just trying to like save you from wasting time. Allow love to essentially find you. Allow the perfect person to essentially find you instead of looking for it. Okay? How does this person... All right. Virgo, when it comes down to this person from your past that's still holding on, okay? We do have the Page of Pentacles. We do have the Four of Wands, the Six of Pentacles. We do see this person eventually taking action in your direction, okay? We do see this person trying to see if maybe, just maybe, the two of you can be able to get back together, fix things with one another, repair things with one another, things of that nature. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Three of Pentacles to the Death card out here. That's kind of telling me that the feeling is not essentially mutual. As far as you revisiting this connection is concerned, it doesn't appear to me that that's something that you want to do. And that's going to be the impression that you're going to end up leaving this person with. Okay? Now, I guess we'll see, you know, how they respond and react to all of this. Because in some way, shape, and or form, they're going to get the impression that you really are done with them and that you don't really want to revisit this connection ever again. So we'll see how they end up taking it. But before we do all of that, let's jump back over to you. What actions will Virgo take towards this person or moving forward? Okay. Virgo, this is really, really important. Yeah, this is really, really important. So when it comes down to you actually meeting the one, okay, I am definitely getting that you're going to be divinely guided towards them in some way, shape, and or form without even realizing it. So, like, for example, like, you might get this, like, random, like, urge to, like, go to the grocery store all of a sudden, and then, boom, you end up meeting them there. Like, this to me kind of feels like the divine guiding you directly to the one. I am getting that. So, with that being said, Virgo, it's very important that, you know, once you get this all of a sudden urge to turn around and do something, it's very, very important that you trust that feeling. It's very, very important that you allow, you know, spirit to essentially guide you. This could be as simple as, you know, you getting invited to a party and then not really wanting to go to that party, just wanting to kind of stay home and relax. But then something's kind of telling you, like, you should really go to that party. Like, get up, get dressed, go to that party. Because that's when I do see you eventually meeting the perfect person for you. Now, keep in mind that this will be your next serious relationship. And it is going to be with somebody that's perfect for you. It's going to be with somebody that you're extremely compatible with. It's going to be somebody that you mesh extremely well with. I am getting that. For those of you who don't know this, the King to the Queen of Pentacles, these two are considered to be the perfect partner card. So just like when you meet this person, you're going to find yourself feeling like, oh my God, like this person's perfect for me. They're going to find themselves feeling the exact same way about you. What actions? So very soon, Virgo, keep in mind that very soon you might get this, like, all of a sudden urge to, like, go to that party, even though you don't want to go to that party. You might get this all of a sudden urge to, like, go to the grocery store. Even though you don't really want to, you might just get the urge to do so. It's very important that you trust that feeling and follow that feeling, because it's going to lead you to some awesome things. Now, in regards to, here we go, in regards to how this person plans on moving forward. I just kind of see this person falling into, like, a very stubborn energy, Virgo. It's just the energy of them wanting what they essentially want, which is to essentially work things out with you. And even though your actions are causing them to feel like you don't want to do this anymore, I still see this person trying either which way. Now, I'm gonna be honest, this whole situation is causing them to kind of feel like they're coming off as somebody who's very, very desperate, which is something that they personally don't like. It's causing them to essentially feel like, you know, here they are, you know, trying to fix things with somebody who continues to make them feel like they don't want them, you know, anymore, care about them anymore. So it is bringing, it is causing them to develop, you know, a lot of anger towards you. I am definitely getting that. Primarily because, you know, you're not trying to work things out with them. You're not trying to fix things with them. But this energy of, you know, feeling desperate, this energy of feeling like, you know, they're gravitating towards somebody who continues to push them away, who continues to make them feel like, you know, they don't want them anymore. They don't care about them anymore. They don't love them anymore. It's a position that they continue to put themselves in. It's not a position you're putting them in. It's a position that they're putting themselves in. But even though it's a position that they're putting themselves in, they still don't like how you're responding and reacting to them, because it's causing them to, like, you know, feel rejected. It's causing them to feel like you don't really care about them anymore. If this person, in other words, doesn't want to continue to feel rejected by you, if they don't want to feel like they're coming off too strong or just desperate, it's in their best interest that they take your actions very, very seriously. Because if they take your actions very, very seriously, they're not going to find themselves continuing to put themselves in this predicament as far as like feeling desperate, feeling like here they are trying to fix things or repair things with somebody who continues to make it abundantly clear that they don't want anything to do with them. You see what I mean? Like, there's a way to avoid feeling this way. It just requires them to take your actions and what you're communicating to them, what you're showing to them very, very seriously. And listen, there will come a point in time where this person will eventually accept the fact that there is no point when it comes down to trying to fix or repair things with you, when you continue to make it abundantly clear that you don't want anything to do with them. There is no point of them putting their love life on hold, you know, for somebody who continues to show them in their own way that they don't want to do this anymore. Because that's what they've also been doing. I keep getting that. They've been putting these connections that they, you know, could go off and, you know, possibly manifest and create a life, you know, with this one person or whatever the case may be. Because I am definitely getting that this person has been dealing with people, but it just kind of looks like they're very quick to come in and like draw the line in the sand. Like, you know, we can date each other, you know, we can spend time with each other, but we can't go off and run off into the sunset with one another, okay? Like, they've been doing a whole lot of that, and they've been doing it because they want to make themselves available to you, which is understandable. But they're going to come to terms with the fact that they're putting like their love life on hold for somebody who just doesn't want to do this anymore with them. You know what I mean? So they'll eventually reach this point, you know, of surrendering. They'll eventually reach this point of stop trying. You know, I am, you know, definitely, you know, getting that strongly, you know, for this person. It just kind of looks like it's going to take some time, because right now they're harnessing, you know, very, very stubborn energies. The energy of I want what I want, and I'm very determined to get what I want. You know what I mean? But no matter how much they may want to fix or repair things with you, it's going to be kind of hard, you know, when you don't want to fix or repair things with them. All right? So with that being said, Virgo, that is what I have for you, my friend. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.